Hello.
Hey, Sajay. Can you guys, I don't know why when I actually start the streaming, I always get that this is a private video, although I explicitly say it's public. So can you access this link?
Yeah, I think I did it last time when you asked it, and I was able to access the link. Let me try it again.
Yeah, I don't know. It asks me to sign in, and I'm already signed in with the account that actually has access to this. So pretty weird how it works.
It's accessible.
Okay. So if
I'm not
it
signed
is,
into YouTube.
okay. Let me just close unnecessary windows and we can get started. Share. All right, finally managed to find all the windows. Can you see kind of the agenda for today?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So thanks kind of everybody joining. We have a couple of things on the agenda, mainly kind of notary project release blockers. I don't know, Samir, whether you have followed. We have the FAQ work that Rosalind was working, and Rosalind, thanks for joining. So I had a couple of comments there that I believe he fixed yesterday. I need to review the FAQ today. And as far as I understood, Milind approved the changes that actually the final changes that he pushed. So that is kind of the major kind of blocker that we had for the release. I believe that things are in very good shape. I just need to do a final pass on this and remove my kind of request for changes there. But that is the last thing that we wanted to have before the release. Samir, is there anything on your side that you guys are kind of thinking, or?
No, I think from my side, I think Pritish and I are tag teaming this, and there's nothing else that we think besides the FAQ was remaining.
Okay, so I will make a note that
there are no other known issues, for us to release it.
There were two minor things that I added to the agenda, which are the next two. So one is I submitted a pull request to change the references to notary project repo to specifications repo in the overview, because actually we missed that part. It's a very minor change. I think it's in two places where we had this. If you can actually go and take a look at that. And also Fabian, I believe he had a small change in the meta tag in the homepage on the Notary Project Dev website. It's still with very old text. So in search results and other stuff, actually that appears with the old text. That is this kind of the second pull request. So if you guys can take a look, we need a couple of approvals. We don't need majority for that. Those are kind of cosmetic changes for those two to get them out. And then as far as I know, Feynman is working on the release announcement and he's asking for your review. That's kind of the next thing.
Okay, will do.
Okay. I did not have anything else on the agenda today, so it's an open agenda from here on. But I think, at least from priority, the kind of the release was the one that we were looking to get as soon as possible. So we are targeting 14th, which is Monday, I believe, to get the release, and I hope that we can get the FAQ actually approved in the next couple of hours. Sajay?
I just wanted to check in, like, the release notes review and all, how do we want to proceed with this? Because I'm guessing we want to probably get some tight communication on those things.
Can you elaborate a little bit on that? What do you mean tight communication and release notes?
So I think I was talking to Shuey yesterday, and we were kind of like talking about getting the release notes for notation queued up. So, Samir, how do you folks want to review it, or anybody on the call? How do we get this reviewed? That's what I was thinking. Like, can we drop in a HackMD link into the Slack channel so that others can take a look at it, or is there any other way to review this? I'm sorry, there's a lot of noise, background noise around my place.
Yeah, same here. I think we have reviewed, or I reviewed the Notation 1.0 release notes. That was for notation. Are you talking about the system release notes, like the way we used to do for the first couple of alphas?
No, it's for the so the notation release notes have been reviewed already for 1.0.
I believe so. I reviewed it, gave some. I think Feynman had that PR out, and I reviewed it, gave comments on it. I am driving, so I can't look it up.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So this is for specifically on GitHub. When you go to the release, you see like the change log and things like that, right? I'm talking about that. So there's a blog release, but are we? Either way, both are reviewed more than good. But I just want to follow up on the when we do the release, what's the change log and things like that that we're if we need to add anything or move anything. If that's reviewed, then great.
Oh, got it. No, I think that change log, which is done by GitHub automatically, I don't think so. We have reviewed that. But we reviewed the one that we will push out as part of Notation 1.0 release that goes on our Notary dev website as well.
Okay, so then maybe because of the time zone differences, I'll ask Shuey to share a HackMD that on Slack, and then we can take it from there.
Okay.
So Sajay, aren't those release notes actually automatically generated, and then we can edit them once you actually prep the release?
Yes.
So what that means that we need to prep the release, and you're saying that you ask Shivay to copy this from what GitHub generates into a HackMD, or can we just, isn't that generating certain kind of document that we can comment on directly on GitHub?
Yeah.
Or?
Yes. So we could potentially like I think we can add to it any piece of information we want to, like say for example, any high level groupings of these are the major changes, minor changes, and things like that. GitHub will generate an automatic change log for you. But besides that, there's a little bit of minor changes that we might have to do with what GitHub releases. Or maybe not. Okay. So either way, we just wanted to get it reviewed or updated post the release also, whichever is fine. The notes can be updated as long as the binary and the digest remains the same.
Okay. Okay. So you ask Shivay to actually post HackMD document, and we will follow up on this.
I'll communicate it, post it on the public channel so that people can review, or at least share it with the maintainers.
Okay. I think you are editing the notes and adding some new lines. I don't know why is this happening. Are you pressing a key by mistake, Sajay?
I don't know. I think my browser is stuck, so I'll close it.
Okay. Okay. So I will review the FAQs. So Samir, if you don't mind, you looking at those final pass as well as Pritesh, and also those two minor kind of PRs. If we can actually merge them today, that will be great. So we can move to that. The next thing is the release notes that Sajay was just talking about, as well as the announcement on the website. So anything else we want to cover today, or? And Sajay, your hand is still up.
Sorry about that.
If not, Rosalind, anything from your side?
Hi, everyone. Good evening from my end. Yeah, I do have something from my end. So I'm actually I'm working on this issue on verified notation signature. So I'd like to request if you all can take a look at the pull request that I sent, and maybe leave some feedback on ways or what is expected of the documentation from based on the issue. Yeah.
Would you mind sharing the issue?
Yes, I can drop the link here in the group chat.
I have the feeling that something is going on with HackMD. Typing doesn't work. So, Rosalind, I'll add it to the notes, but I will also suggest maybe posting on the Slack channel and asking for feedback.
All right. Okay. So, okay, I have gotten the link. I can also share it on the Slack channel as well. But
yeah, if you can share the link so I can add it to the notes also.
so I just shared it.
Oh, okay, I see it.
So I submitted a PRL before now, but I think I misunderstood the intention of the issue. So Finman already commented on it, telling me that maybe I misunderstood, that I should rework on the issue and all of that. But I'm still feeling that I might need a more kind of a description of what I should really work on, what is really required of me to work on this issue, because I feel a little bit lost.
Yeah, I was also confused with the ask here, but yeah, I will. If I have time, I will look at that. But once again, I'll suggest post it in the Slack channel, and I can also follow up with Feynman and make sure that kind of such asks are explained better what exactly we are looking for. Okay.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Anything else, Sajay, Samir, Rosalind?
Yeah.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, the last thing, I refactored the doc structure earlier today, so maybe you all can take a look at the proposed doc structure and leave your feedback on it.
And that was another PR under
Right below 312.
312. Okay.
team probably needs Zach's help to kind of like confirm on that.
Yeah, I think he said that actually he confirmed that. Although it seems he has some questions below. Okay, let me follow up on this. It's 2 weeks ago. And I believe we made a decision that actually we will okay. I'll add it to the notes. And I'll go ahead and review that. So Samir, if you have any comments, I think you commented previously, but let's do a final pass on this and
Yeah, I think
eventually merge it. Yeah.
sorry to jump in. I'm not sure how to raise hands on this. So I think what Rosalind may be struggling with, or we all are struggling with, is we're talking about how to represent on the website, the Notary Dev website for users and customers and stakeholders.
Yes.
That it will be a system release concept. But shouldn't our 1.0 release announcement go like a system release as well? Otherwise, how will people correlate the two?
I believe so. I thought that we are going with kind of one system release as the announcement. Am I wrong?
I didn't review any system release notes so far. I only reviewed the Notation 1.0 release notes. I did not review a release notes where it said, this is the system release, these are the specifications version, this is the CLI version, this is the library version. I didn't see that. So if you go back to, say, the roadmap repo and open up the roadmap repos readme.md, there we have laid down the different system releases we have done. Again, that's maybe not the right place anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea is we create a system release notes in which we talk about what all is included in the system release notes.
Let me go find an example for this.
Yeah, if you go to the roadmap repo, you will see it.
And is that under those release notes are the ones?
Yes, I believe so, yes.
And I don't know why Firefox doesn't work well with that.
Yeah, even if you just click on the readme.md file of that, it will show you all the links to those past release notes. And we don't have to do it. I'm just wondering aloud, like when Rosalind talks about that these docs or this website is tied to system release 1.0, then people will say, okay, where is the system release announcement?
Yeah, my browser is actually not showing them, but I see what you mean. So let me raise this with Payman and E. So because you're right. So we have like individual releases for, let's say, the notation CLI we have for the spec, but kind of a full release notes that we don't have.
And it will, yeah, and it will not take long. It will probably take Stephen who has it in his head to just with 10 more lines to copy and paste and organize it under saying here are the links to common system release notes.
Okay. Good. Anything else?
No, that's it for me.
Okay. Sajay, last call.
No, that's about it. Sorry, I think that's the last item pretty much on you, right?
Sorry, you're breaking up. I cannot understand you.
Sorry. There are a bunch of roofers in my house, so I can't speak. But the last item is on you, right now, which is the review for audience PR.
For the FAQ, yes. That's now review it right now after we drop from the call.
Okay, awesome. Thanks.
Okay. Rosalind, anything else from your side?
No, that's it for me.
Okay, then thank you very much, everyone. So we can end the call and looking forward to the release.
Thanks all.
Have a nice day, nice evening, everyone, wherever you are.